Welcome back. All right, so 2 games tonight in the National Hockey League. They're both done. Tomorrow night there's 5 games. They're all early, so I'll be done early again tomorrow. So at any rate, one thing that's interesting is from one season to the next, storylines change. Last year, early on, the storyline was 2-goal leads, not safe. 3-goal lead, not safe either. This year, that has not been the case. It feels like teams are a little more prepared to protect leads. The other storyline from last year was home ice means nothing. This year, so far, home ice has meant a lot. So, with that in mind, let us go ahead and get things started talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Ottawa Senators. So, it's Tompkins versus Korpisalo in this one. Tompkins making his NHL debut at age 29, and kudos to him for sticking with it and getting to play in the NHL. Now, without Vasilevsky, it does make a difference to Tampa, but they also did not have Stamkos tonight, and that really made a difference. So Tkachuk has a wraparound chance that's saved. Good start for Ottawa in this one. Post for Chartier. Chychrun has a shot. That's blocked. Joseph with the net feed. That gets picked off. The shots are 4-0 for Ottawa at 3 minutes. Zub had a rush chance. That deflects wide. Cirelli with a wraparound chance. That's held. And then Ottawa gets on the board. It's Tarasenko at 7:02 from Greg and Chychrun. And is buried on a rebound during a good press. Ottawa's strong forecheck set it up. And it felt like this could get away from Tampa Bay early in this one, right? You've got a goaltender who's inexperienced. Ottawa's just all over them in that first period. So the Sens look for another. Stützle has a net drive. That saved. Giroux had a shot that was blocked, and then Tompkins holds the rebound. Things get pushy and punchy on a Tompkins save. We get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 out of that. Points denied. The rebound's blocked. Tarasenko had a 2-on-1 chance. That's held. The shots are 12-2 with 6.5 minutes left in favor of the Ottawa Senators. More solid forechecking by the Sens. The Bolts press. They get themselves a power play with 3:27 left. They cycle. Giroux clears it out. Sens clear it again. Sherry has a shot. That's held. Power play's killed off. The Sens rush, and I thought Tampa Bay was lucky they were only down by 1 after that first period. So second period. Early press by the Sens. Joseph's denied, and then on a rush with only their 4th shot of the game and their first shot of the second period, Cirelli scores at exactly 1 minute from Radish and Hedman. So the Sens had 19 shots. It's a tie game. So this is where it gets tricky when a team's out shooting another by a lot. This is a storyline that definitely stays the same. Beware of those teams that aren't getting shots. Stützle has a shot kicked aside. The Bolts clear. Fans call one. The referee doesn't. The Bolts press. The Sens block. Hedman has a shot. That's tipped wide. Bolts with some life in them now. It's a tie game. They know that they can steal one. Stützle has a turnover chance. That's blocked. He ends up taking a penalty. Stützle was already hot from the previous shift. He felt like he had been fouled on the previous shift, and you could see he didn't let that go, and so he takes a penalty the next time he's out there. Back-to-back clears by the Sens. There's a shorthanded rush by Sanderson. Power play's killed off. 2 shots. Chernak has a shot. That's held, and then a strong forecheck again leads to a goal. Makes it 2-1 for Ottawa. Brady Tkachuk from Giroux and Stützle, that's at 8:48. So Stützle on the board with an assist, and Ottawa's ahead. Paul then has a rush chance. That's saved. Perbix fires one wide during a press, and then Jeannot, he roofs it in close on a turnover. So the Tampa Bay Lightning get it. Hedman to Asimon. Asimon gets it to Jeannot, who scores at 13 minutes. So exactly on the minute, that's where Tampa Bay wants it, as both of their goals tonight were scored exactly on the minute. Kelly's denied and close. There's some pushing again on a hold by Tompkins. We get a power play for the Sens. They cycle. Cirelli clears it out. Stützle's denied. The rebound's cleared. The power play's killed off. 3 shots on that power play for the Ottawa Senators. Perbix then has a shot that's held as they press for the lead. Tkachuk had a rush chance. That was kicked aside. And then at 19:01, so almost on the minute, but not quite because it's not Tampa, Joseph scores from Tarasenko. So Perbix with the turnover. Tarasenko gets the puck, spots Joseph in front of the net, who buries it. And then things get punchy at the horn because why not? So Ottawa's ahead 3-2 after 2 periods. Third period. Cirelli's denied from the slot. The Bolts press. They had a very good third period. Barry Boulay, who was in the lineup because Stamkos was out, he has a rush chance. That's saved. More pressure. Kucherov has a shot kicked aside. Hagel's denied and close. We get a power play for Ottawa. Good penalty kill. Hedman manages to clear it out. The power play's killed off, and then Tampa Bay goes back to getting zone time and getting opportunities. There's a crossbar for Joseph on a 3-on-1. The Sens press at the half. The fans want a tripping call. That's a no. The fans did the "We Want Pinto" chant as well. So if you showed this to people from the 70s, they'd be like, why does anybody want a Ford Pinto? It's an odd Odd request. Don't they know that if you back into one or you hit it from behind, it just blows up? Anyways, Kachuk would score to make it 4-2. Sanderson and Zub with the assists at 12:53, and it was 5-hole on a net drive. If there's one goal, I would say, well, Vasi probably stops that one. I'd say it's the Kachuk one. But keeping in mind Vasilevsky, just his overall ability to cover the entire net, who knows? But the Bolts look to respond. The goaltender gets pulled with 4:24 left. Sergachev has a blast that's held, and then Stützle hits the empty net from Kachuk and Korpisalo at 17-17. That makes it 5-2. The Sens would draw a power play in the closing seconds. They turned the puck over with, I think it was 1 second left, but they just let the clock run out. So your final score is 5-2 in favor of the Ottawa Senators. They go to 2-1 with the win. Tampa Bay 1-2 with back-to-back losses. They've allowed 12 goals in these 2 losses. They're going to have to figure this out. Shots on net, 17-3 Ottawa in the first, 15-10 Ottawa in the second, 11-6 Tampa Bay in the third. Final shots, 38-24 Ottawa. Power plays, both teams go for 2. The hits, 23-14 Tampa. Tompkins, 33 saves on 37 shots. Korpisalo, 22 saves on 24 shots. So, good news for the Sens, bad news for the Bolts. We'll see how things go from here. All right, the other game tonight was in Anaheim, where the Ducks were wearing their brand new 30th anniversary jerseys. I don't have it yet, but I want that jersey. Like, it's kind of awesome, and I think that's why they won. I think they won because of that jersey, and I think it's time to just go back to the eggplant color. Just do it. Just do it. Just get her done. Just next year, just say, you know what, the 30th anniversary jersey is so nice, that's going to be a regular one, and have a white one for the away jersey, and everybody will celebrate, and Ducks jerseys will be very popular again. At any rate, it was Ronta versus Dostal. Early jump for the Canes. The shots are 4-0 in their favor at a minute and a half. And the Ducks are busy icing the puck. They're icing the puck. They're not getting any flow to their game, and it looked like this could be really ugly early. Vetrano and McTavish are denied on slot shots. Those were the first chances. And then the momentum swing takes place. So Carrick scores from Leeson. It was a good press that forces that turnover, or good forecheck forces that turnover. That's at 6:52. The Ducks are ahead. That was only the third shot on net. Then Lacombe has a hit on Natchez that gets a bit of a reaction there. So Lacombe's been able to throw the body around. Ducks with some momentum, and Vetrano makes it 2-0. And it was on his own entry, a bit of a leaky goal there for Ronta. The assist to Drysdale and Fowler, that's at 8 minutes and 31 seconds. So then the Ducks look for more. And at this point in the game, I'm thinking, so are the Canes out of gas? Like, is this sort of a continuation from last night's game against LA? Is this a sign again of just, the hours being all over the place for start times for Carolina? So Lyubushkin has a chance that's held. Leeson has a shot that's held. That's all Ducks. Bunting and Vetrano are unfriendly, so they both go to the box for 2. And then Mintyukov gets his first National Hockey League goal. Strome and Lacombe with the assists at 12:06. It rhymes. Kind of fun, isn't it? All attacking by the Ducks to this point. They're up 3-0, and the Canes just looked like this was going to be an ugly game. I kind of expected to be using the No Mercy magnet instead of going, I don't know what happened. I've only used that magnet once so far this year. Burns has a rush chance. That's blockered aside. Terry's denied on a 2-on-1 opportunity. The fans call one. The referee does not. That was a common theme in this game. Canes get a power play instead, so that made him happy. Aggressive penalty kill, some blocking by the Ducks. They do manage to kill that off. Zegras has a shot that deflects aside. 2:45 left. The Ducks get a power play. The Canes prevented a setup. Slavin shot blocks. We end up with 11 seconds of 4-on-4. Slavin draws a penalty to make it 4-on-4. It's a double minor. So Slavin takes the stick to the face and cuts him, and so it's a double minor. Big test for the Ducks. So that rolls over into the second period. So it's 3 minutes and 4 seconds of power play time for Carolina that rolls over. The Canes set up. The Ducks block and clear. Teravainen has a blast that's saved. Orlov has one that's blocked. They kill it off after clearing it out yet again there. Ducks then get a power play. Henrique has a shot that's blocked. Pretty solid kill by Carolina. Not much to look at there. That's killed off. Stahl's denied on a 2-on-1. Dostal had been both lucky and good to this point in the game, where if he was a little bit out of position, Carolina couldn't bury it, and or a defenseman would cover for him. Fowler has a slot shot that's saved. The Ducks press briefly. Terry has a chance that's held. The shots, though, on net are 7-2 Carolina, 9 minutes into the period. We get a power play for the Canes. Orlov fires one wide. The Ducks clear. Jarvis has a one-timer that saved. We get a shorthanded rush that nearly connects, and that power play is killed off. Strome exits. Looked like his wrist was kind of bugging him. He ends up coming back. Believe it was Strome. Believe they said it was Strome. He ends up coming back. No big deal. Anyways, Terry has a net drive that's held. The Canes press and they score. Teravainen deflects one top shelf. It was a nice goal scorer's goal. Teravainen's been hot to start the season. Shea and Pesce with the assists at 13:52. So that makes it a 3-1 score. And then Johnston to Leeson, there's a near miss there. Ross Johnston now a member of the Ducks, so getting a nice play there. And then Vetrano, it's a one-timer from the slot, his second goal of the game. McTavish and Strome with the assists at 16:44. And then the Ducks press with 2 minutes left. They're now up by 3. There's a post for Slavin on a net drive because the Canes don't give up. And things get punchy at the horn. So a lot of penalties given out. I think Gudas got like 15 minutes. I think he had a 10-minute misconduct in there. He was in the box for a while in the third period. But there's no man advantage coming out of that. So we go to the third period with the Ducks ahead by 3. Orlov has a shot that's saved. The Ducks go right back to the box at 1 minute and 7 seconds. So Carolina with another power play. Shorthanded rush by Silverberg. The Canes cycle. The Ducks clear. But then with 7 seconds left in the power play, Teravainen from a distance just flings it. It goes in the net, post and in. Burns and Orlov with the assist. That's at 3 minutes. So they got the Tampa Bay note that make sure you get your goals on the minute. And then the Canes press for more. So they have momentum. They're only down by 2. Fowler prevents a Slavin goal. Just batted it out of the air with his glove. Aho's denied from the slot. Carrick beats out an icing call. Drury then had a net drive that was held. The Canes press 8 minutes in. Bunting nearly adds one, does not. Teams exchange rushes. Vetrano's denied and close. Things get pushy and punchy on a hold by Ronta. And then with 5:07 left, it's a power play for the Canes. And they score on it. Natchez scores at 15:29. So Anaheim allowing a goal. It gets really kind of close here. It's tipped in while the fans are telling the referee that his meter of suckage is not at 0. That if there is some sort of a mechanic for the ability to just suck as a referee, that he might want to go and see the mechanic because he's having problems. At any rate, the ref sucks. That's what they told him. And the Canes press to tie it, which probably didn't make them any happier. Zegras fires one wide on a rush. The goalie pull takes place with 2:10 left. The Ducks would hit the empty net twice. First, it's Fowler from the other end of the ice, about 170 feet away. Terry with the assist at 18:03. And then McTavish could have hit that empty net. He knew Frank Vetrano was sitting on the hat trick, so he got him the hat trick goal. Vetrano from McTavish at 18:41. That is the 4th career hat trick. And so the Ducks win 4-3. Did I just say 4-3? I meant 6-3, but I was distracted by the fact I hadn't got all the stats on the board. So Alakazam, there they are. The shots on net: 11-8 Anaheim in the first, 12-6 Carolina in the second, 15-8 Carolina in the third. It is not a recipe for success. Anaheim has to make sure they close out games a little bit better, but they win. And so that's 7 straight home openers that the Ducks have won. So before you start popping champagne and planning your playoff tickets, the Ducks are known for winning home openers. It's odd. The power plays, 2 for 6 for Carolina. Yeah, Carolina, much like Vegas last night, 6 power plays. Yeah, Anaheim can't give that up either. Anaheim had 2 power plays, didn't score on them. The hits were 13-10 for Anaheim. Ronta, 19 saves on 23 shots. Like I said, there was one leaky goal there. Dostal saves 32 out of 35. And overall, pretty good game for Dostal. And he looks like he's going to be a future starter for Anaheim. Maybe he'll be ready when John Gibson gets traded. Who knows when that's going to take place. But at any rate, I get a chance to wear a Ducks jersey because they won. And I have all the magnets all ready because they had the 30th anniversary, almost as if I knew eventually the Mighty Ducks stuff would come back into vogue. Generally speaking, nostalgia sells. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.